I wrong for exposing my wife and her mistress at a party? I, a 35-year-old woman, recently found out that my wife, who is 33, has been cheating on me for the last 2 to 3 months with another woman who is 39. For context, my wife and I have been married for at least 12 years, and she has been someone I treasure and love dearly. I couldn't imagine life without her at all until this happened. About 6 months ago, my wife and this woman met through a class. My wife was really excited to meet a new friend. She and this woman have similar interests like anime, books, and video games. My wife is doing her master's in education, and they happen to share a class together, to which they have decided to become research partners for the duration of their studies. I was really proud of her and wanted the best for whatever she wants to do. I started a new job at a company in my city a year ago. It took a lot of my time away from her, and sadly, we weren't spending as much time as we usually would. Slowly, I started to notice that she was coming home later and later at night, sometimes not at all. She would tell me that she would be helping the other person with homework or would be working on their research. I thought nothing of it at first because I trust my wife, you know? She was never dishonest about where she would be. 2 months ago, I noticed that she was glued to her phone all the time. She would be smiling at her phone, laughing at something on her phone. My gut was telling me something was wrong. This all looked familiar. This was just like when she and I started dating. The texting, the late nights. She was going out and not coming home in the guise that she was doing research. Suffice to say, my wife has changed quite a bit. She has gaslighted me, saying that it was my fault that our house was never clean because I never had the time to clean, or shifting the blame on me on minor things like cooking dinner or feeding our cats. She has even blamed my mental health diagnosis, saying that it was all in my head and that I was acting crazy. One day, her laptop broke down because it was a pretty old model, a MacBook Air from 2016. I had 2 laptops, one for personal use and one for work, so I told her to take my personal one for school until we could get her a replacement. We got her laptop replaced 2 days after, which I paid for, by the way, so she gave me my laptop back. That night, I wanted to log on to my Facebook account because someone from back home had messaged me and needed a file from me. Nothing too important. When I got onto Facebook, my wife was logged on and a chat was open. I know it was wrong to read her chat because it's basically an invasion of privacy, but her chat was blowing up from this woman. I clicked on it and I was gut-wrenched at the messages I saw. They were flirting with each other. The woman was sending my wife provocative images and making plans. The other woman told my wife to get her priorities straight and that she hopes that she's working on the goals they set for each other. And I'm pretty sure it's not about research. I know for a fact that they have had sex because of the way the other woman keeps texting her about her scent. To say the least, it cost me my mental, physical, and emotional health. I lost about 10 pounds from not sleeping and eating in about 2 weeks. I have friends that are constantly helping me with this whole ordeal, moving with the paperwork and just keeping me sane. I have lawyered up and gathered as much evidence as I can, making sure I get our house and our cats. My heart is so broken and gutted, but I'm so incredibly pissed. But I will not be one to be messed with. Last month, there was a party for their class. It's kind of a party to celebrate them and their research being approved. I was my wife's +1. I presented my own research there, their meetups, their texts, their plans, and served some hefty divorce papers with my gorgeous black revenge dress. My wife's mistress is also married to another person for at least 17 years. So am I wrong for exposing her this way? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss it.